Welcome back to Predicting the NFL with Mickey G. First of all, I'd start out with, I still haven't got 7 likes, guys. 7. Come on. 5 plus 2. That's all we need. We can do it. Alright? Start now because we haven't done it the past 2 weeks and it's kind of ticking me off a little bit. So I'm going to put it out in the front because I know a lot of you don't stay till the end. And, that way it gets out the front. Then you go, now I got to do it. Do it. All right. On to the recap. So I went 10-5 for the second week in a row. So we're starting to get a feel of how these games are going a little bit here. Except for some of them, which are stupid. We're going to get that later. Okay? Well, I went 2-1 in the special games. Game of the week. It was the Chiefs-Patriots. I picked the Chiefs. I should have realized it was week 5 last week. That's their last one they're allowed to get in a row. They're only allowed 5 in a row. Then they have to lose for like 6 games in a row, and then they come back at the end of the season, and then they make the playoffs. Okay? Should have known. But instead, I picked the Chiefs, and I was wrong, and it was stupid, and they almost won. Brady got kind of lucky again. Just saying. Refs, a little oofy. So that was a bummer. So I missed that one. So now game of the week is 3-3. Not bad. The upset, that was one that I changed halfway through. So originally it was an upset because the Colts were going to beat Jets. And then I couldn't really change that it was the upset of the week. So I didn't really have another one planned. So I kept it. So I got that one right. And then there was the Crab Fest, which was the Buccaneers and Falcons. Jameis Winston's bad. I mean, he played a decent game, but he's still bad. And the Falcons won. So it's right there. So 4-2 and 4-2 in the upset and Crab Fest. So that's pretty good. But my total for the year is 51-42. It's not bad. Doing a lot better now. It's pretty good. I'm liking it. First game on the list here we're talking about is the Steelers and the Bengals. Now, this was going to be a hard-fought battle, and Steelers played really well, James Conner had a Vance McDonald-esque kind of play, and then Vance McDonald had a Vance McDonald-esque kind of play, so that was some excitement there. That was all really for that game. Everyone went off on the offense. Surprise, surprise. The next is the Chargers at Cleveland, and the Browns finally went full brown. They lost by a lot, and they didn't play very well. At one point, Phil Rivers threw up pass into triple coverage, and guess who came up with it? Not the Browns. Yeah, so looking all the usual there. Then there's the Bills at Texans. And, well, the interesting part about this game is, Josh Allen gets hurt halfway through. He hurt his arm. So that means Nate Peterman comes into the game. And we all know how that ended. It's called Nate Peterman, the king of interceptions. Threw a pick 6 on what was supposed to be their final drive. But then they get the ball back, and he threw another one. So yep, Nate Peterman's a great quarterback, so that's exciting stuff. That's exciting stuff. Then there's the Ravens at Tennessee, and the Ravens just absolutely blew out the Titans. So, go Ravens! Yeah. Then there's the Bears and Dolphins, and I didn't know this at the time that I made my picks, but the Bears have never beat Brock Osweiler. Yeah. So, apparently the Bears are the worst team in the NFL if they can't beat Brock Osweiler. And he did it again. Brock Osweiler beat the Bears. Yeah. So, there's that to look forward to. The Seahawks absolutely annihilated the Raiders. No surprise there. And moving on. The Rams started out in a close game with the Broncos, and then Todd Gurley ran over everyone like he usually does. So there's that. Then now we come to the saddest game of the week. Sad loss for Jacksonville fans as they got absolutely obliterated by the Cowboys. I'd like to say I'm very frustrated with the entire staff and players of the Jacksonville Jaguars. You lost to the Cowboys, who literally made themselves lose the week prior. The defense sucked. The offense sucked. I don't know if the coaching sucked. I mean, I assume it did. I didn't stay for the second half. I didn't watch the second half. It was just too painful. But, you know, what are you going to do? Just got to wait for next week. However, this means that the Titans are still ahead of the division, even mainly because they beat the Jaguars. That's the only reason why. Because they have the same record still. Thanks again to the Ravens, though, for keeping us there. Then there was the Eagles at the Giants. And Eagles played their best game of the year so far, I believe. Carson Wentz was in very good form. And they played well. The Giants, on the other hand, not as much. Except for Saquon, who just absolutely annihilated literally everyone. And he had a nice screen pass where he broke like 8 tackles and ran for 50 yards. Didn't quite get the touchdown. Because it probably had something to do with blocking. But I'm not sure. Then there's the Cardinals at the Vikings. Now, this was a close game for way longer than it should have been. But the Vikings did end up squeaking out away with it and running away from the opposition. However, unlike last week, instead of them getting a very long fumble recovery for touchdown, it was the Cardinals who got a nice fumble recovery for a touchdown. So, bummers for them. Yeah. Then there was the Redskins, who surprised us all in absolutely obliterating the Panthers, who I had just given props to for being decent. And they turned around the next week and were like, gotcha. So that was quite dumb. And then, as no surprise, we finished off the week with Aaron Rodgers beating the 49ers. So that is all for the recap. Let's get into the predictions. Well, the first game on the list here, this is a London game. Ooh. London games are so much fun. That's the Titans and the Chargers, you see. And so the Titans, you know, they're coming off a loss here to a Baltimore team that played pretty well, played really well, and they just got shut out. The Ravens had more sacks than Mariota had completions. They had 11. That's insane. For one game to have 11 sacks? Blowing my mind there. Sounds like Saxonville last year. Not this year. The Chargers, on the other hand, they beat the Browns quite easily. And that's not what a lot of teams have been able to do this year. So congrats to the Chargers. And so I think they're going to be like, wow, that was cool. Let's keep winning by a lot of points. And Melvin Gordon's going to continue to destroy everyone. So there's that. Next, we have our crap fest of the week. Yes. We have the Bills at the Colts. Now, originally I was thinking, the Bills, the Colts are bad. Maybe the Bills have a chance of winning this one. Then I thought, that's right, Josh Allen got hurt. So Nathan Peterman is in the game at quarterback. Should have kept Tyrod. Yeah, he probably wouldn't have been able to win this game. Nate Peterman, on the other hand, is not. So the Colts get a win here, even though they're quite bad themselves. Then there's the Texans and Jaguars. And Jaguars, you're at home. You're in Jacksonville. Don't suck, please. I cannot handle another loss in a row. It's too much at this point. Too much. Okay? So figure this out. Stop being stupid. It's very frustrating here. Very frustrating. Okay? But obviously I'm going to pick the Jaguars to win because Texans are bad and they almost lost to the Bills. So, there you go. Then we have the Bengals at the Chiefs. Now, this is going to be an interesting choice here. Okay, hear me out. So, as I said, previously, that the Chiefs like to do a thing where they win 5 games and they lose like 7, and then they finish off the season with another win streak, and then they lose in the playoffs. So they just started their losing streak. And Bengals are a pretty good team, okay? So therefore, they continue that. Bengals get the win here over the Chargers. Crazy stuff. The Broncos at Arizona. Well, the Broncos, they had a close loss to the Rams, actually. And Cardinals, they stayed in the game for a decent amount of time against Vikings, but they're still really bad. And so I think Case and friends, they get a win here. So good for you. Good for you, Case. Very proud. Then we have the Saints at the Ravens. This is our game of the week. Yes. Now, as I aforementioned, I have a friend, Mr. Geiger, who's a Ravens fan, right? You know, he's been telling me, he's like, Ravens defense is so good. And stuff. So, yeah, they're playing really well, okay? But the Saints now have a double threat in the backfield, plus Drew Brees, plus Taysom Hill. These are 4 guys in the backfield here just beasting. Then they have the receivers they handle, and there's too much on offense here. I feel like the Ravens are good, but it's not good enough. Sorry to say. Saints get this win. Then there's the Patriots at the Bears. The Bears coming off a dumb loss to Brock Osweiler, and they're going to be mad, but they're playing the Patriots, so it's not going to matter. Patriots are going to win here. Khalil Mack is going to have fun sacking him, though. There is the Lions at the Dolphins. Now, the Lions, they're coming off a bye here, and the Dolphins coming off one with Brock Osweiler. Now, the Lions are not the Bears, so they can actually beat Brock Osweiler, I'm pretty sure. I don't know, they might have never played. But I'm pretty sure they have the ability to beat him, and they're going to do that. So, plus, they've been playing pretty well on offense this year. Defense might need to step it up a little bit, but their offense has looked alright. Next is the Vikings at the Jets. Now, the Jets have been an interesting team. Some weeks they play really well, some weeks they play really bad. And I think this is going to be one of the bad weeks, since they just had a really good game last week. So therefore, Vikings get this win here. Very nice. Attaboy Kirk. Now we have our upset of the week. Yes. Browns of Tampa Bay. Yeah, I know that the Browns are a good team this year. They're not bad. But they just lost by a large margin against the Chargers. So picking the Browns to win usually is an upset. So, yeah, picking the Browns. Yeah. There you go. NFC games, we have Carolina at the Eagles. And Carolina disappointed me last week. The Eagles had their best game. However, I think I'm liking the Panthers, okay? You know, I picked them to win. I thought they were doing well. Or I guess I gotta roll with them. You know what I mean? Gotta roll with them. Plus, Redskins are a much better team than the Giants. So, that's another factor to go into it. So, there we go. Picking the Panthers. Next is the Cowboys. Now my second least favorite team. Nothing can beat the Titans. The Patriots are -0. They're not even on the spectrum. Everyone knows that they're stupid and no one likes them. And they're playing the Redskins. Redskins coming off a big dub here. Redskins showing how mediocre they can be. In the last, 40 games or something insane like that. They're literally 500. Yeah, but they're looking up a little bit here. And the Cowboys aren't that good. They're being riding high, but they're going to come in too confident and then get blown back down. Back where they should be, on the ground, losing games. So Redskins win here. Rams at the 49ers. Rams, yeah, okay. Giants at Falcons. Wow, look at that. This is our Monday night game, everybody. Who's excited? Giants just got obliterated, and the Falcons got their second win of the season. Congratulations, by the way. Very proud. I think the Falcons, started to get a little air under their wings. Start soaring high, Start soaring high. Above the Giants' head, and they're like, oh, jeez. They miss it, and they get beaten. that is all of the predictions for this week. Remember, guys, 7 likes. Got 2 last week, okay? We dropped from 4 to 2. Very disappointed. So, yeah. 7 likes. Let's do it. Adios.